Hey, what's up? My name is Brett Pierce from Cineblur.com. Today we're going to be in Premiere Pro looking at transition presets. The transitions in Premiere aren't that great, so we're going to make our own, and we're going to do a little slide transition that looks a little bit like this, right? It's nice and smooth, and it's got some motion blur, and we're going to do it directly in Premiere Pro. Yes, I know you can do this in After Effects, and if I have a big project that requires a lot of moving parts like that, I will do it in After Effects, but a lot of times I like just having a drag and drop thing in Premiere for when I want to use a little fancy transition like that. So, let's get started. Look at this shirt though, by the way, before we jump off this camera. Yeah, here, look. We button the top button. Look at that. It needs a shirt pocket though. I always get my phone, you know, and I instinctively try to put it in my shirt pocket for shirts that have it, but this one doesn't have a shirt pocket. What? Anyways, Premiere Pro, here we go. Alrighty, so here we are. We've got some drone footage of some greenhouses and stuff. Look at that, look at that. So first of all, let's go to the second one here. And we're gonna be using the effect called transform right there. And if we throw that on there, you'll see that it pretty much does a basic transform move, right? It's very similar to the transform properties inside of a clip, but it lives independently. So you can save them as presets, and you can also add motion blur, which is kind of a key ingredient to what we're going to be doing today. So on this first frame of this clip, I'm going to click my position. I'm going to go 1 second forward. I'm going to add another keyframe. I'm going to transition this clip on. So the first keyframe needs to be down here, right? So I'm going to go right to the edge there, which 3240 is actually the math. So I'm gonna type in 3240. And if we play this back, right, it's very robotic, very just like, meh, meh. That's not what we want. We wanna smooth it out. So if we zoom in here, we're gonna add a little easy ease. There's multiple ways you can do it. The best way to do it is to do it manually. So you could right click and go to temporal Bezier, or Bezier, I don't know how to say it. Or if you click this arrow right here, you can get this handle and you do a little bit of that action. I'm gonna drag it down and to the left, and now I get this little slope. See this very gradual slope? That's my speed curve. So that's what we want. We want it to gradually slow down. Now if we look at it, right, it's a little bit cleaner, right? Now we're gonna add the special ingredient to the concoction, the shutter angle. Basically, this corresponds to the amount of motion blur that's in your footage. Motion blur is like see me, my hand, it's very blurry. That's motion blur because I'm moving it fast, right? So I'm gonna put that to 180 degrees, which is standard for cinematography. And if I play it, boom, right? It's a lot smoother. So now if I get this clip and I put it above this other clip, like that, now I play it, check this out. Wonk, like that. Pretty cool, right? So now that we've made that first one, we're gonna save it as a preset so we can bring it back later with ease. So I'm gonna click transform, right click, save preset, and let's save it as something like smooth slide up because it goes up, and then let's do on because it's transitioning on. Later we're gonna make some that go off, so we need all those descriptive words. The type, okay, so this is important. The type, we wanna use anchor to endpoint because remember, this is a transition on, so we want it to start right at the beginning of your clip. Click OK, and now we're in business. Now if we go to this other clip, put it right there, I'm gonna go 1 second, and then I'm gonna search in my effects for smooth slide up on, drag that sucker to my new clip, and check this out. Boom, just like that, right? You get a fancy transition in Premiere. Okay, so now that we've got the basics, let's do a transition off, shall we? So let's say this clip, we want it to transition off. So let's go into effects. I'm actually just gonna copy and paste this first transform that we already have on there. And I'm gonna rename this smooth slide up, but let's do off, okay? We're still gonna do the same move, but it's gonna go transitioning off. Click OK. And let's start tweaking this here. So let's grab our keyframes. Also, if you wanna make it bigger, you can press your tilde key and it'll go full screen while you're hovering over that. Drag it to the end. Let's go to this last keyframe. So I think the math, if we go negative 1080, I think that's transitioning off. And then if we do this first one as normal, 1080 on that position, I think that's what we're wanting. Boom. Okay, perfect. By the way, you can save that as another preset if you want. Let's do save preset. And remember, we're gonna call this smooth slide, comma, up, dash, off. And we're gonna anchor to out point because we want it to attach it to the end of the clip. Click OK. Alrighty. Now let's do another one, but let's slide it down. Let's just use the one that we already did. So let's throw the transition off on there. And then we're just gonna adjust the keyframes. Instead of negative 1080, we're gonna use that 3240 number we had earlier, right there, and you're golden. Now I'm gonna right click, save preset, smooth, slide, comma, down, off. All right, it's a mouthful, but you're setting yourself up for success now, so later it'll be easy. Anchor to out point again because that's an off transition, and then click OK. And now we'll be able to use it on any other one. So like if this one, if we wanted to transition this clip onto that clip, if we do transition off, boom, there you go. As easy as that, right? So build them now and then later you can use them. Anyways, that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.